Yeah, me too. Kiss. Wow. Yeah, I felt it too. Aww. Oh, there was the comment! Is it Sam? Shit. She saw us. Achievement unlocked. Star-crossed lovers. Ah, good morning, baby girl. Sorry if the noise woke you up. I'm an early riser myself, and I can't help but start off a pot of coffee. I love coffee. Here, let me bring you some. Yes! Yes! Give me some coffee! How are you feeling this morning? Did the confession help you with anything off your chest? It was an It was an interesting experience. I'll give it that. I feel better. I do feel a little better, you know. Having a chance just to be honest and walk out with a clean slate, it helps. Achoo! See what I tell you. In an ancient Rome, they call it tabula rasa, a scraped tablet. You're on mark today, baby girl. The story from here will be written by your actions going forward. But enough about that. I want to talk to you about the San Verdano. What about it? Well, it's an awful long way to travel from Dubstown, don't you think? It's important to be here, there, I guess. But have you decided why yet? I'm not judging or questioning your motives, I just think it's something worth asking yourself. I made a promise that I'd do anything for ya, so you don't need to explain to me none. San Verdano's a means to something else, but you gotta know what that is. All I'm saying is that I want you to be sure of the direction we're going, and the reasons for it. Am I sure of why I'm going to San Verdano? I'm sure. Alright then, you know the course on here on out. You're gonna be calling the shots for real now, but just follow your gut and things will be fine. Speaking of San Verdano, how are we getting there anyway? No offense, but the trailer doesn't look like it's too road ready. Nah, you're right. The old Gubsy's got a little fat in her old age. She's none too fit to road trip these days. We'll be riding in something hell of a lot more stylish. I got one heck of a vehicle. You're gonna love it, baby girl. It's the fastest, shiniest, and most reliable hot rod you've ever seen. You got a convertible? You bet we do. That is, if you can get the keys back. What do you mean? Well, a couple months ago it got impounded at Mechanic Stands. It's a garage that's scrapyard across the way, but I'm sure it's nothing simple conversation can solve. In fact, why don't you finish up that coffee and meet me there? No sense in putting it off any longer, I suppose, right? I know, I guess not. Alright then, see you in a bit. Where is the garage, really? Please? Is it here? That is a big dog. Please? Super gas. Is it on the other side? Probably. Oh, it's this. Come on, Stan, you know I'll get the money eventually. That's not the point, Preacher. The cost not leaving this shop until I'm paid in full. Maybe next time bet more that you can afford to lose, huh? Right, I know. I learned my lesson. And you'll be right there, just waiting for me when I slip up again, too. Do you ever get tired of profiting off other failings? Possibly. I haven't had too much of a break or ponder it, though. Hey, I'll cut you a deal, since we're old friends and all. You want this car out of here so badly, how about we take one final bet for all the marbles? I just finished construction track out back. I've been meaning to give it a good test run. One lap fastest across the finish line walks away with the victor. You win, debt's cleared, and you get the keys back. Come on, Stan, I'm not falling for it again. I made a promise to God. Heh. Well, we wouldn't want to upset the big spooky almighty now, would we? Sounds like Mark's having a bit of trouble. Let me save the game. Hello! You may want to talk to your buddy there. Who's your little friend, Petra? Don't tell me you're turning this sweet young thing into a nun. This is Isa. She's the reason I need the car back. Well, why did you say so? Heck, if you're not willing to bet on your ride, I might as well extend the offer to Isa here. So what do you say? Ever want to hot ride before? I've still got technically the car ride to do whatever I like with the preacher's car. Which one's that exactly? Well, obviously the shittier one of the two. Nothing beats my car. Come on, let's see how well you can guess. What? Do I really? The red one? Wrong. Haha. As if the preacher could afford something as extinguished as the devil's chariot. Nope. It's the far shittiest dressed blue. Good luck with getting top speed faster than school bus with that thing. Don't sweat it. It's the one hell of a vehicle. Normally I would have risked losing such leverage, but I like the way you look. If you're willing to gamble, then I'm... What are the temps? One lap around my newly completed racetrack, fastest time wins. Provided you don't wipe out and wreck yourself, that is. You win, you get the keys to the preacher's car. I win, now what do I want? If I win, you gotta work for free out back in the scrapyard for the next 3 months. I don't think you can run away from it either. Mechanic stands always collects on the debts owned. 3 months? That's insane! How am I supposed to live making no money? Oh, don't worry about that. I'll throw you a loaf of bread or 2 every week. Wouldn't want you starving. Besides, I'm sure good Peter will help you look after you, right? It's not like he's going anywhere soon either. Don't worry, I'll play fair on all my bets. You can ask the preacher man, he'll tell you. I'm no cheat. I'll give you as much time as you want to make sure the car's in good working order before we drive. Heck, I'll even let you work in my shop if you need to. Only rule, don't break on though, is that once you say you're ready to go, there's no turning back. Gotta have some principles if you know what I mean. Mark, what do you think? It's dangerous. Not only Stan is a crafty bastard, but he's one hell of a driver. As that may be, he's our only way out of town. There's no bus service to San Bernardino, and I don't know where I could get another car. Then we don't have a choice, do we? We always have a choice, baby girl. Unfortunately, the alternative is giving up on San Bernardino. I'll help you no matter what you decide to do, but this is a decision you have to make on your own. So what's it going to be? Risk it all. If I'm not willing to risk it all myself, then what have I been doing this whole time? Alright, Stan, you've got a deal. I'll play your little game. Well then, let's shake on it and call it a day. I'm getting a little hungry. I could use some lunch. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I'll see you two later. Don't try anything funny when I'm gone. Remember, God's watching, huh? You know, I'm not afraid of us losing. What's that? I see so clearly. It's just a test of our own faith. We're gonna be just fine, baby girl. We've got God on our side. Well, ain't that a relief? Well, let's go take a look at this old beast and see how she's doing. It's been a while since I've checked under the hood of our old blessed blue. So how's it looking? You think we can actually got a chance to win? Well, it ought to run just fine, but Stan's track is a bit of doozy. I reckon it's the handling needed to clear the big curve, but getting good top speed though. You should find some time to take a look at the course when you get a chance. Odds are we can probably do a few upgrades on the cheap, but we gotta know what we need. I think that's enough excitement for today, though. What do you say grabbing some lunch at the Bacon Barn? There's someone I want you to meet, so how about I see you there in a couple of minutes? Sounds good to me. Well, it sure beats walking to San Verdano, I guess. Yeah, I guess. It's not good though, like, would have wanted something else and a lot of easier, but guess you cannot choose. Dun, 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 ba, 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 ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, bum, bum, bum. Bacon Barn, here we come. I could get that second burger with no pickles. Second burger, huh? Did you order for me already? Wouldn't dream of it. This one's for Carla. A little thing that can't stand pickles. Who the heck is Carla? Oh, I didn't mention, did I? She's my girlfriend, the love of my life. Why don't you order yourself something and come sit down? She'll be here any minute. I'll just sit down. Where's your food, baby girl? You shouldn't be skipping out on meals. It's not too healthy. Here, take half of mine. You know, it's not fancy, but boy, do I love some Bacon Barn. Quick service, you know. They don't keep you waiting on your food. Yeah, I guess so. That's why it's a quick food place, so you don't need to wait. Speaking of waiting around forever, where the heck is that woman? Just like Carla to leave you hanging on a date while your meal goes cold. She's probably tied up with her work again. From what little she tells me, I gather her boss rides her pretty hard. By the way, when are you going to mention you had a girlfriend? Oh, I didn't think it was big of an issue. We haven't been dating too long, but I gotta say the connection is definitely there. She's such a good and honest girl with got a real good heart and got a real pure soul. Maybe I'm speaking too prematurely, but I think she might be the one. Look at you getting all giddy about her. That's really sweet. Oh, I can't help it. When you get the feeling gets you. Sometimes you're just sure about certain people. You know what I mean, baby girl? The gut instinct that says you're meant to be with together? It's often right. More often than not, the feeling turns out to be right. In my opinion, good things happen when you follow your heart. Well, I'm happier that I've been in a long while anyhow. Carla's got a lot to do with that, I think. Speak of the devil. Sorry I'm late, babe. Work's been was killer. What? So far today, I'm already dead tired. No problem at all, sugar. I want you to meet my friend. Carla, this is Isa. Isa, this is Carla. Pleasure to meet you, Isa. How are you enjoying Salt City so far? Mark mentioned you were from Dubstown. Yeah, this place sure is different. I like it. It's a pretty place. I like it a lot. Seems like the city's got a bit of everything. That strip joint and all seems pretty crazy though. Oh, it's nothing but dim lighting and drunken idiots. Ain't nothing good come out of wasting your time there. Just thinking of those poor girls debasing themselves for money like that breaks my heart. I can't imagine how embarrassing it must be living that sort of double life. Right, I hear you. Enough of that for now. How about we eat something? So, what do you have to been up today? Well, just got back from Stan's shop. Looks like we're getting the keys back before long. You're not gambling again, are you? You know that never ends well when you're betting with that creep. No, I'm not betting against him. Isa is. I don't see how that's any better. Isa, don't tell me you already agreed to this. Afraid so. I already shook hands and everything. It's just a little race around Sam's track. What's the worst that could happen? You're kidding me, right? How does wrecking in a smoldering ball of fire sound? Mark, there's no way you're going to tell me that a car is ready for a race. I thought you said it was a good, cold, top-notch vehicle. Well, she is. It's just, Blessed Blue might need a few little upgrades before she's in peak condition. What kind of upgrades are we talking about? Keep that in mind that we don't have a ton of money at this time point. Well, I figure we're gonna need some new tires for starters. Stan's track isn't exactly Grand Prix material. Ha! You can say that again. What I mean is, it wouldn't do us any favors losing a wheel to some rogue schnabra. Alright, where can I get those? Our budget, they're gonna have to come second hand. You know, I bet you could convince Darren over at the big boxing club to give you a set. He uses them for training his fighters, but membership's been a little low these days, so he'll have extras to spare. Okay, I'll go to talk to Darren about tires then. Just be sure you're ready to break a sweat. Darren doesn't like anyone leave his club with a dry shirt. What else is on the list for repairs? Heh, what isn't on the list? Well, the gear shift has tendencies to stick, fortunately. There's nothing worse than being on a straightaway and getting caught in low gear. Shouldn't be too hard to fix it if we can find some industrial cleaner and give it a good rinse. Only problem is the stuff we really need is strong. Over-the-counter stuff, we won't cut it, I'm afraid. Where I can get that then? Well, I need to find someone who deals with these sorts of chemicals regularly. There's a fellow James, I think his name is, hangs out the close down super gas just north of the trailer park. Troubled kid, but he knows his chemistry, that's for sure. You're not talking about a Skid Row weirdo, are you? You know what he does for a living, don't you? Never pay that any mind, it's not our place to judge. Some people got the luxury of choosing their path in life. No sense looking down on them for it. Hey, whatever you two want! Now, I gather he's a bit paranoid sort, so we prepared for a lot of mistrust. Alright, I'll see about paying him a visit. Is that everything then? Well, Blessed Blue's fast, but she ain't the fastest. There's a jump in Stan's scores, and unless we can get a good stop speed, we might not clear it. I reckon we need a better transmission if we are gonna win this thing. New transmission? How the heck are we going to afford that? Well, if you're right, they aren't cheap. Thankfully, though, Stan's not the only gear in the head of town. Yeah, who's that? Another one of folks in Trailer Park, old guy named Colburn. Oh, I've helped him! He lives in a green trailer all alone, spends too much time by the campfire. Back in his prime, he was something premier mechanic, or so I've heard. Honestly, I don't know much than that, but if anyone get what we need, it's him. I actually know who you're talking about. We met on my way, actually. Oh, well then, I guess this is a piece of cake. See, the plan's coming together like real good thing. The way I see it, we'll have the keys back in a week. Alright, let me just write all this down so I can keep it straight. You wrote a car, yeah. Now it's gonna take some time to get everything, so don't dilly-dally on it. You know you're not interested in staying here too long. Right, we've gotta move on eventually. Speaking of getting move on, I'm due back at the church. Carla, you be good. Isa, come and find me at the church tomorrow. We can get a start on that list. You be good, darling. You too, sweetheart. Well, I'm about to finish my food. What do you say we go sit outside for a minute before we get back to work? Sure, lead the way. It was really nice getting to meet you, Isa. Yeah, you too. Mark talks a lot about you. I think you mean a lot to him. Oh, I've gathered that. It's kind of weird because the times with me he treasures I was too young to remember. Right now it feels like I'm really meeting him for the first time. To let you in the little secret, it feels about the same for him too. He knew you as a baby, but he's getting to know you as a real person. I'm surprised you two are getting along as well as you are considering that. Well, he's done a lot for me so far. I mean, without him, I'm not making it to San Bernardino in time. Yes, he mentioned you were on a strict timeline. I just don't want you to pushing him around or taking advantage of his generosity, alright? I wouldn't dream of it! I know you seem perfectly gracious. It's just that I'm just really starting to get worried about this race. I know Mark's got faith in you and his old car and everything, but it all seems so risky. What if someone gets killed? You really think that could happen? I don't know, maybe. The real question should be, is it worth the risk finding out? What the other option do we have though? We already shook it on it, and I don't think there's any other way out of the city. And you've got some brilliant plan, by all means, let me know. Well, I did have one idea, but I know Mark wouldn't like it. What are you talking about? Well, Stan's always had a bit of thing for me. He's always making comments and going on about how I'm wasted dating Preacher. Of course, I always brushed him off, but he's convinced I harbor some secret desire for him. If I were to go into the shop and distract him for a while, do you think you could take care of his car? You mean mess with the engine or something? I mean cut the brakes. Stan fixed the engine with no trouble, that's just delay inevitable. Cutting the brakes on the other hand, he might not notice until it's too late. You can't be serious, can you? I mean, what if he gets hurt or something? So what if he does? You'll get what you want, Mark will get his car back, and I have one less weirdo stalking me. Sounds like the pros outweigh and the cons of this one to me. I guess you're right, but I don't know. I'm going to have to think on this a bit. I was kind of hoping to keep my conscience guilt-free for a little while. Mark would be pretty disappointed to hear how low we stooped, even if this was for the greater good. Well, luckily I don't give a damn about Stan. I'm ready whenever you are. Just come find me when you're ready to do it and we can go from there. I'll be hanging around Mark's trailer in the mornings before I head off to work in the afternoons. Come see me then. Alright, I'll remember that. Well, I guess I get a bit going. Breaks time's over. It was good talking to you, Isa. Yeah, you too. It's night time. I think she works at the strip bar. I just have to say it. I think she works in there. Thank you guys so much for watching. You come all of the love and support, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye. Because my love's not picking up.